With her endearing, lopsided grin and large, quizzical blue eyes, she's the comic actress you know by sight but whose name may escape you. Yet, during the alternative comedy boom at the beginning of the 1980s, Helen Lederer was a regular fixture in top television comedy. As a regular on The Young Ones, French and Saunders, Bottom and Absolutely Fabulous, in which she played the role of ditzy magazine journalist, Katrina, the stand-up comedian appeared on screen with the cream of British comedy talent royalty. But now, with the publication of her candid and rollickingly funny autobiography, Not That I'm Bitter, the title, she points out, is ironic. Lederer, 69, is reflecting on never quite hitting the big time in the way she craved. She reckons this had a lot to do with timing. I was always ahead of my time, she asserts of the decade when one funny woman, or, at most, a tight double act, was generally more than enough funny women for most TV programmers. You look back and say, why didn't I get to Nirvana? What could I have done more of? She says. But then you remember that the top slots were already taken, by Jennifer Saunders, for example, and there was no more room for others who offered up their own writing. People would actually ask me, what is it like to be a woman and funny? One is held accountable for being a female comedian, and I've often been asked to justify it as a life choice. And not just that. I was funny and ambitious, which definitely wasn't seen as a comfortable mix. Lederer says being able to make people laugh is the one certainty she has in life. I always wanted to do what my mother referred to as the showing off. I've written the book to prove that I was there, and not always as the bridesmaid. Partly, it's showing off to myself. Lederer, who grew up Eltham, in southeast London, was friends with many of the stars she worked with, including Ben Elton and Rick Mayall, whom she first met when they were regulars at the Comedy Store Club in London's Soho. But she always knew where she stood in the pecking order once they made it to TV. Don't crash my laughs, Rick warned her once. And she says she never did. She would deliver what, in the industry, is known as the feed, the line that precedes the punchline, before waiting and ensuring she remained in character. I was very earnest in the 80s, she admits. Like a comedy secretary. However, she was always happy to be with the girls, Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders, because they were fun and jolly. There were also liaisons with fellow comedians, including a half-hearted encounter with Mayall at the 1983 Edinburgh Festival, which ended when a bee decided to fly into the room. They went for a walk instead.